So I think we are live. Are we live yet? Yeah, so we are live. So yeah. So we are going to cover ISL today. We had Hyderabad FC versus Jamshedpur FC, which ended in a 1-all draw. Aridane scoring in the 50th minute with Eze equalizing. Eze is a centre back, equalizing in the 85th minute. So amazing game as usual. So we'll be covering three games today from the ISL. That was yesterday's game. That is Mumbai City, where Mumbai City thrashed uh, SC East Bengal, and before that, the Northeast United versus FC Goa, which were only in a 1-all draw. And there was some controversy at the end, especially with some pushing and everything. Like, I mean, it was not a pretty sight to watch. Like two amazingly grown-up people. In the form of two Gerard Nus and Juan Ferrando, and especially from Ferrando's side when he was celebrating. I think, if I'm not wrong, he celebrated when Gerard Nus went down on the number 5 and number 5 of FC Goa pushed Gerard when he was going to take a throw in. So yeah, so that and all we'll discuss. But on that note, we'll begin. Let me just see if everything is done. Yeah, so we are almost ready. We are ready to go. Okay, my camera has gone off for some reason. So let me see what's wrong with my camera. So yeah, I'm live. So yeah, so we'll be discussing three games as I said you. The first of the three is FC Goa versus Northeast United, which will be probably the last game that we touched upon. There's no one on the audience, so not a problem. Okay, so we'll start because this is some recap itself. So it was from Fatorda. It was held in 30th of November, 2020, Monday. That was last Monday. Today is Wednesday, if I'm not wrong. Today is it Wednesday? Yeah, so today is Wednesday, so it held before yesterday. It was 1-all draw at Fatorda. Crystal John was the referee, and Idrisia Sia opened the scoring when he scored in the 40th minute via penalty, and the penalty was a retake, so he had to take it again and score it. And he made no mistake from the spot, and then Igor Angulo scored and pulled one back for, you can say, the home team of the tournament, because it's being held in Goa, and FC Goa, of course, are the home team. In terms of player statistics, Neijas Valsky leads the scoring chart with 3 goals, and Adam Lefondre has 3 goals, and Igor Angulo also has 3 goals. So Igor, I think he scored in all 3 games, and I think Aridane also won before. I think. Okay, Aridane has two, I guess. I don't know. And so Igor Angulo has been consistent for Goa, and it was like not a pretty sight at the end. I don't know whether I can play it because there was a slight problem of when the, let me just check who was it. I can get it wrong. I don't want to get the name of the player wrong because it will be very sad. And wait, just 1 second. Yeah, so Alberto Nogueira, the Spaniard, when he pushed Gerard Nus over, and if I can get the video, I'll play it. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. And it's a 19-minute video. Just let me see. 19-second video. So if, okay, so I don't know whether you can see, but I'll try playing it for you. Just 1 second. I hope I don't get a copyright strike. Share screen, and yeah, share. So yeah, you can see this. So you see what's happening here. Okay, I think it's a throw in, and it's a throw in for FC Go, and I think Gerard knows. I don't know. This might be totally out of context, and this part of the video is shown. But as a player, you don't want to do this. Like, you see what he has done there. Okay, first of all, he has pushed him. I mean, that is totally uncalled for. It's totally uncalled for from Noguera. And I don't know whether that's theatrics from Gerard, but I mean, first of all, Noguera should not be touching him itself. Like, it's. I mean, it is going fine. Why would you touch him? And Gerard has. Of course, Jared will be shocked because I don't know whether he was he had any malice in there or not. But again, it's the 90th, 91st minute. You can never say if Jared was trying to waste time. But I don't know. Like if you see this. Okay, here Juen has been celebrating. This is not a sight you want to see from an established coach. Like I think this was a mistake on Juven's part to celebrate here. And I think after the game, the two Spaniards would have spoken and probably like put this behind them. So I think this is like a sad sight to see, and this was the major controversy as to say nothing more. I mean, like if you're expecting some punches and everything, nothing more did happen. And yeah, even I think Gerard News did say that we'll talk about it in when we do it later on, not now. So nonetheless, okay. So yeah, we have done it, and yeah, so we'll see what's happens here, and like yeah. So yeah, so that was like the major controversy from FC Goa versus Northeast United. It ended one apiece, and in terms of statistics, Goa 67% of the ball, 33% for Northeast United. Nothing shocking. Goa completed 476 passes of their attempted 582 with an passing accuracy of almost 82%. Whereas, I mean, Northeast United just completed 113 passes. That's nothing. They had 55% passing accuracy. It's not very good. And on target, shots on target, almost equal. Although Northeast edged FC Goa. Northeast had three in respect to FC Goa's two. Off target, doesn't really matter, so I will not touch on it. But yeah, so in terms of interceptions, Norwich United had 14 and FC Goa had 10, and fouls were also committed more by Northeast 17 and FC Goa only committed 9 fouls. There was no red card. In terms of corners, FC Goa boasted a huge amount of chunk of the corners. They had 7 in comparison to FC Goa's 2. So yeah, nothing much to discuss on there. And do you want me to touch on clearances? Okay, I'll just see like since they Norwich United completed a lot of fouls and interception. I just to see who was the person who did the most running, like or the most interception attempted. Okay, Kamara attempted 4 interceptions and he was successful in three. He made 3 clearances, 5 tackles, and that's amazing. Like with a passing accuracy of 65%, which is not very good. Other than that, quite a good game for Kamara. And I think like he has been a standard player for FC, sorry, Norwich United. So yeah, so moving on from there, so that was the 1-all both a piece, and I think like for me personally, Norwich United would be one of the dark horses of the tournament. For me, can be entirely wrong. So we'll move on to MCFC, that is Mumbai City FC and SC East Bengal, which was from GMC Stadium, Bambolin. Okay, my I don't know what's wrong with my video. Just 1 second. Okay, yeah. So from GMC Stadium, and it ended for it was a drubbing for SC East Bengal. Adam Lefondre running the show. He scored twice, first in the 20th minute and then in the 48th minute when he converted the penalty. And Hernan scored in the 58th minute to put more misery to already like struggling SC East Bengal, who have now lost both their games by a huge margin. I think they have conceded 5 in total, scoring nil, none in the process. And even I think, if I'm not wrong, I mean, Robbie Fowler came after the game and he said like how poorly this team has been coached till now. Like at least in terms of Indian players, he was like lamenting of the experience that they have had till now. Like not Robbie Fowler, but the players what he has available. So in terms of possession, uh, Mumbai City boasted it. Nothing surprising. Lobera's team always boast possession. They had 54 in comparison to SC's Bengal's 46. And in terms of passes, Mumbai City attempted 456 passes with 350 being successful, with an that's an accuracy of 77%. And whereas SC's Bengal attempted 365 with only 249 being successful, and that is an accuracy of around 68% for the passing accuracy. In terms of shots, Mumbai City had 7 shots with 4 on target, whereas SC's Bengal had 8 with 4 on target. So that's almost equal and nothing surprising. So yeah, I mean like it's everything is almost same, but they got thrashed. Yeah, SC's Bengal, like surpassed them in terms of corners. They had 5-1, but they could not make anything out of it. So yeah, so I think like personally, I feel like SC's Bengal have been little bit weak in terms of the Indian contingent they have. I know they have JJ, and JJ came on yesterday. I think later in the half, like in the second half, and I think like this is the first game JJ is playing in 18 months after he suffered an injury. So I think like that is one problem, and even like I think they don't have a proper out and out striker to like finish the chances they are taking. Balwant Singh is good, but Balwant Singh wasn't the starter for ATK last year. He did have good games like against Bangalore, but that too he came off the bench to score I think the winner, and he assisted one I think in that game if I'm not wrong. So all in all, I think like a striker would be a top of their priority, and that's why no wonder they wanted Joe Garner, who probably I don't know, for some reason it's not happening or the deal has fallen. I don't know, but yeah, I mean like that if that would go through, I think it would probably make them very strong. And as of now, SCEB, that is SC East Bengal, are struggling, and I think it's going to be difficult for them. I don't think so they'll be winning the league title this season or even competing for top four. But it's again too early to say. They can somehow manage it. Like I'll touch on the table later today, and we'll. I think like SC East Bengal have to start picking up points as soon as possible. So we'll move on to today's game. There was Hyderabad FC versus Jamshedpur FC. So Aridane opened the scoring in the 50th minute before Eze converted. Like the chance that Jamshedpur had in the 85th minute to like kill off the game. And Eze, I mean like as soon as Neijas Valskis receives the ball, you know that something might happen because I mean he has been the highest scorer from the time he has come. Like if you compare both the scenes, this year he's leading the charts, and then he sends an excellent cross, but which was headed away. The ball falls then to like to Lanun Alpha, Lanun Fella, yeah, if I'm not wrong, William Lal Lalun Fella, who then lets it off to Eze, who blasted extremely well. I like the shot, like the one that he took, amazing, amazing. So yeah, so it's nothing more than point shade for both of them. Okay, and I want to see who's the hero of the match. Yeah, so Mohammad Yasir has received the hero of the match. So I'll just read out Mohammad Yasir's stats. Let's see what. So he played full 90 minutes for Hyderabad FC, and he had 2 shots. I mean, like decent statistics. 4 crosses, 54 touches, 51 touches, 43 total passes, 26 passes completed with an accuracy of 60%. So amazing, amazing. Like he's a good player, and yeah, he deserves to get it. So in terms of we move to statistics of the team as a whole, and Hyderabad FC had 49% possession in comparison to 51% boasted by Jamshedpur FC. Hyderabad FC completed 245 of their 384 attempted passes, and whereas for Jamshedpur it was quite similar. They were successful in 216 passes of the 376 that they attempted. In terms of shots on target, Hyderabad FC had 5, Jamshedpur 2. Off target, Hyderabad FC had 8 and Jamshedpur 3. So Jamshedpur were more clinical with their shots and more, like conscious and more. They took better shots. And Hyderabad FC had 19 fouls. They committed 19 fouls in comparison to Jamshedpur's 21. And crosses was boosted by the crosses statistics was posted significantly won by Jamshedpur. They had 19 crosses to 14 in comparison to Hyderabad, who had 14. And it's not even a shock because you have Valskis who thrives of the crosses, and the combination of Jackie Chan and Valskis, as we saw in the previous game, where Valskis got the amazing goal when Jackie Chan, gave an amazing cross, and till so the corner wise it was 4-3 for in favor of Hyderabad FC. So I'm extremely shocked that Hyderabad are doing good because not much was expected of them because you had Albert Roca who left to join Barcelona with Ronald Koeman, in between of the season, just before the season started. And you had Manolos who had come in, and it was not like we expected a I mean, like not a bad season, but you didn't expect them to be like where they are right now. And I think Hyderabad FC are the only unbeaten side, if I'm not wrong. You can correct me. And yeah, I think no, yeah, I mean ATK also unbeaten, but ATK and Mohanbagan, but they have played a game more. Even Chennai FC, they have unbeaten. I mean, you have a lot of teams who are unbeaten, but in terms of those who have played 3 games, I think Hyderabad FC are the only team who are unbeaten. And I think Jamshedpur are the only team who have not won. Hyderabad FC in the fourth position with 5 points, and Jamshedpur in the seventh with 2 points. So in terms of the top four, those who will qualify for the playoffs, it's Mumbai City who are in top position with 6 points. They have played three, won two, and lost one. Goals scored, four goals against one. They have picked up after they had lost their opening round. I think it was against Northeast. We in second we have ATK Mohun Bagan who have 6 points, although having played a game less. They have like 2 points. They played two, won two, goals for three, goals against zero, goal defense three. So I think ATK would probably ATK Mohun Bagan will probably go on top of the table once they play the equal number of games. I think they are the most strongest and most stable squad in the full league. And Northeast United FC are in third. They have played three, won one, drawn two, goals for four, goals against three, goal difference one, 5 points. And Hyderabad FC, as I mentioned you earlier, they are in fourth. They have climbed up the into the top four after they draw against Jamshedpur FC. And SC East Bengal are in 11th with 0 points after 2 games. They have lost both and conceded five in the process. Although there is no relegation, it is not something you want to be proud of coming last in the league. So talking of ATK Monbagan, I also released one, a collection of images which probably explains what's his name, Anthony Habas's tactics, kind of, not fully. If I would be able to explain it fully, then I would probably be in his team or in some team in ISL instead of talking to you. Yeah, nonetheless, yeah. So it's one of the it explains somewhat, and yeah. So I'll be making a video on that also of Bengaluru FC, why they are kind of struggling. If you consider what they are struggling or not, because they have drawn both the 2 games that they have played, and they will be facing who will they be facing next? Let me just see. They'll be facing Chennai in the no, not Chennai. Yeah, they'll be facing Chennai on Friday, 12th. It's a 4th of December. So yeah, so we'll come back tomorrow. I think I'll end it up. I'll end it up on that note for now. Let me see how long have you been streaming for? I don't want to be taking it for eons. Like I don't want to make continue it for eons. And let me just see. If we have time, I'll probably do the ATK ATK Monbagan's like tactics. Okay, 18 minutes. I don't make it long, and there is no one here today. It's a very dead stream. So yeah. So on that note, we'll end it up here. So we'll come back tomorrow. I don't know whether I'll be going live tomorrow. We have ATK Monbagan versus Odisha. So yeah, I can come before the stream, before the game, and talk about the tactics. I should do that, right? Yeah, I'll come tomorrow. So till the next stream or video, continue showing love to the channel. I mean, like if you want to subscribe, subscribe. Like at least make us reach 1,000 subscribers. That is the goal for now. I mean, I can't say 1 million right now itself, or 100 million. That would be asking too much. Like 1,000, and like the video if you like any videos. I mean, I do not do clickbaits. That's the major USP of this channel. So yeah, so enjoy your time, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, stay safe. Bye.